Hello guys, and welcome back to Let's Play TerrafirmaCraft. As you can obviously tell, this is all post-commentary, because there's no way I'd be able to talk slow enough. Plus my editor doesn't even let me keep the clip audio in FPS speed. Now what you're seeing is about 2 hours of me playing, I think sped up to 6 to 8 times, I'm not sure what exactly. I just condensed basically 2 hours and 15 minutes down to 15 minutes. So this is where we left off last episode. I've actually recorded the episode after this already. I didn't know how fast I'd be able to get it down to, and how long the last episode would be. So this was originally going to be edited on to the next episode, so that's the beginning, but they're both too long, so this one's its own episode. Anyways, so this is basically how I start once I find a place to set up. I go around, gather all the supplies. This is what I'd be doing on my way as well. I'd be gathering as many fruit trees saplings as I can, and gathering as many rocks and stuff as I can. But of course, I filled up my inventory on seeds and other pointless stuff, so I derped. I was a bit too excited for the new crops and all that stuff, and it wasn't really that important. Normally I just make significantly more food and spend a night cooking. Now, earlier I was just experimenting, seeing how you finally breed animals with the loss of wild wheat, and with wheats and grains being changed, with wild grains being removed, which were used to breed animals in the last version. Sorry, brain fart there. Anyway, so they're removed, and you just use the regular one, and then grains as a whole were changed. You now have to make dough to make them into bread, but you can still eat the grains themselves to get some food early on. Anyway, so I was experimenting with that and animal breeding, and of course it takes forever for animals to reproduce in this, so might as well get started. It's one of the things I'm going to do. I'm going to have a small pen with a few pigs and a few cows, and quite a few chickens, because eggs are pretty much effortless food source. Sorry, can't speak right now for some reason. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just exploring the area, finding what resources I have. I was trying to find an area with trees nearby, hopefully, because of course the only place with wood otherwise is the mountain, and we still don't have a very large forest, so wood is going to be a major problem for us. But luckily, I updated before recording this, and saplings now spread naturally, meaning most forests now will replenish themselves. Completely deforesting the area, though, of course, will prevent this, but if you chop down like half the trees in an area, give it a while, it should repopulate, but trees now take longer to grow as well. And I think they might be broken even right now. I'm waiting for version 66, this is version 65. Anyways, I'm saying anyways a lot. So basically, set up a camp, start piling and storing wood, set up bed, set up storage, and then I determine where I'm going to build my house from that camp. Sometimes I'll set up a temporary shelter out of something easily removed, and just a crappy little shelter, and then wait until I have metal and then build a proper house. But I decided that I'm going to build a full-on house just to start, and I'll live in it for a while, and then possibly move later on, I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, you want to gather tons and tons of rocks, and while you're doing it, you gather metal as well. Actually, it's better just to gather the metal, and then you get the rocks in the process. And then, so you'll see me put down a piece of cobblestone every now and then. That's signifying where an ore-rich area is, and just in case I can't happen to find any ore in the rock, I could tell. The rocks and get unlucky, I could tell. Anyways, some of these areas are fucking insanely rich with cassiterite. The copper areas, there's 2 or 3, not too rich, and then there's even a bismuth area, so I'm fucking loaded on metal. This is why I love basalt areas. There's so much metal in them, it's not even funny. So yeah. Then because there's a bug with the beds, it will often have you wake up in the middle of the night, and it only changes time by a set amount. Right here I'm setting up a little lighthouse type monument, so I'll go sailing from here eventually and exploring, but I also just want to get a viewpoint as well so I can look around the area. Anyway, so it'll wake you up in the middle of the night, and then you have to sleep again, and then it'll wake you up like within a few hours of sunset, so that's really annoying. So, of course, if I do go out, I need to be able to find my way back quickly, and while my sense of direction is easily good enough for me to find my way back, it may not necessarily point me towards the fastest route, so that's what those little monuments are for. They're pointing me towards roughly the fastest route, and yeah, so it should be significantly faster to follow those monuments than it would be to rely on my sense of direction in most occasions. Now, of course, I start with one chest just to get my inventory cleared up, and then quickly move up to 4 double chests, which is all you should need in the beginning. Oh yeah, there's even sphalerite over here, which is absurd. Sphalerite is better than bismuth, I think, but still worse than tin. Tin is the best metal, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, tons of fruit trees, tons of livestock. And as I'm still collecting rocks, you need tons and tons of them, especially if you're starting to build early on. And right there's a simple way to get rid of a rock. If you place one by mistake, you just dig out the ground under it because it's affected by gravity, or you could spend a few minutes breaking it. Anyways, right now I'm laying down the foundations for my house because I feel I've gathered enough supplies. Yeah, I have enough metal for 2 ingots. You can just get enough metal for 1 ingot and go straight for a pickaxe. However, I do not recommend that at all. I remember the first time I did that, I went through 2 pickaxes before finally making a prospector's pick and another pickaxe before I was able to find metal. So you want to make a pickaxe and a prospector's pick pretty much every time. So at this point, I was gonna go set up my tree farm, because I'm in desperate need of wood, and just go set up my orchard. However, I don't do that till the next episode, because I can't find a nice area, and I just end up building one. And then here, getting a simple reed farm set up, because you always need paper, just light fires and other stuff. You can make books and tons of other things for decoration as well. Those books are kind of neat, getting clay molds out of the way, and then one of the first things I start with is making glass. Glass is now important early on in TerrafirmaCraft. It's not necessary because you can make a wooden bucket, but a wooden bucket you have to, with the new third system, but a wooden bucket you have to put the blocks somewhere and jump in it. With the bottles, you can just literally drink the water out of them, and they replenish about 1/3 of your thirst bar. So carrying 3 is pretty much a full thirst bar. So yeah, you only need about 3 anyways. Could make some more and store them, but you could just move a bucket of water in and refill it from there, because even though it's on a source block, you're able to refill bottles from it infinitely. Now here, I'm getting my farm set up finally, because I feel that the foundation of my house is done. All I need is the windows and a roof, and that requires a lot of wood, which I don't have. Here's what I'm talking about, where it wakes me up at night, and it's pretty much just past noon when we wake up. So you can make the new cobblestone fences in the current version, and you can make it out of any type of stone. However, it's really expensive with the basic cobble, with the rocks. You get a single fence per 6 rocks, so yeah, not very efficient, but if you're short on wood, it's another way to get fences, which is why I did it, plus I like the look of them. So going for a relatively large field, not just a small garden, is pretty important because even with a fast year, you do need quite a bit of food, and you want to go up a moderately sized field, and you need to rotate crops, so you won't necessarily because of soil nutrients, so you may not necessarily be able to grow the most productive crop all the time, which are grains. Typically they give you the most, and so without depleting your soil and ruining it for future use with grains. And so you of course need to practice crop rotation. And goddamn, this music is distracting me and throwing off my train of thought a lot. Anyway, so right now I'm going to go get more Douglas fir saplings and get saplings from the ash and white elm up there so I can put them in my tree farm. There, I was just waiting for some stuff to load, and here, because it's pretty much impossible to get up, I'm making an easy way up, which is actually it's surprisingly effective. I thought it was going to be some haphazard, very dangerous way to get up, where you have to do crazy parkour. No, it's just a diagonal staircase that comes out looking quite nice. right there, I get freaked out because of a mudslide / cave-in that takes down part of my monument. And yeah, so why I like to avoid the edges and why I don't like to stand still for very long on certain types of terrain in TerrafirmaCraft. Anywhere is prone to cave-in. There's stories of people just walking in the middle of nowhere, like on a trip or on a hunting trip or something, and getting stuck in a ravine for like an hour because, yeah, a piece of dirt fell from underneath. Right here, I'm just using cobble to get high enough to actually get the leaves of the Douglas fir open the tree from. We'll be using wooden planks for that, because, yeah, they break easily with the axe and all that stuff. Anyways, I'm going to take a quick break here while my favorite song plays, and yeah. Anyways, as you can see, the house is coming along nicely now. Nice little front patio, which is actually the way into the garden. Just go over the front block, meaning that mobs can't really get into it. Getting some buckets together to be able to get some water for the field and all that stuff. And yeah, getting those pumpkins earlier put us at pretty much a stack of pumpkins. So we have plenty. Unfortunately, we can't really make pumpkin pie or anything out of them, nor can we grow them, so boo. That kind of sucks. Now here I'm just figuring out where the water will go, placing it at the most efficient pattern, and the center to divide this field into two sections. And this allows me to divide it into two sections so I can grow one type of crops on one half and another type of crops on the other, and miscellaneous stuff in the middle line. Along with that, I'm also gonna need to start a basalt quarry soon, as soon as I get my pick, because the rate I'm using it is just absurd. So yeah, there I was planting a bunch of wheat, because wheat is a very efficient type of food source, for breeding and all stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna start a dolomite quarry and a bunch of other stuff. And this looks like it's, yeah, this is about it. This was pretty much 2.5 hours of work yesterday. I was gonna do, let's flip a little bit, but it was just way too little progress for me to bother. Anyways, there's a couple bugs that you see in here, green beans, and certain plants don't have their seed recipes in and all that stuff. Anyways, at the end of this song, I think I'm gonna call it here. Bit haphazard, a bit rushed, because, yeah, it is. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, despite the fact that this was really crummy and really rushed. That's all. I'll see you guys next time.